and it's a fairy tale, and I won't go into detail because it's too long now. But I'd like to, the idea of this show is to just talk to all the wonderful friends involved in this show. So I'll start with a wonderful actor that's making quite a name for himself at the moment in London, called James Telfer. James, would you like to join me? Please come sit down. They love it. James.
Michael. Hello.
Well, let me ask you a simple question. 2.5 weeks ago, you see, you were on your way to this place. What were your expectations?
Oh, they're playing my favourite song.
Is that what they did on your way here? Oh, you mean now? Sorry.
I think my expectations were high.
Higher than... they were high?
Yes, they were, because I liked the script very much, and I hadn't been in Southern Ireland before, and I'd heard it was wonderful, and I was looking forward to getting here. So I did have high expectations, and in many ways they've lived up to. They've been lived up to.
What kind of feeling you get from this place, the people? Do you get a special feeling as I get? I seem to feel it's a very, very special place, Clahan and all this area.
Well, I think it's probably the most beautiful place I've ever seen. This county is quite exquisitely beautiful, and a unique beauty that's quite unlike anything else that I've seen. I keep thinking, what can I compare this place to? What does it look like? And it doesn't really look like anywhere except itself. It's an extraordinary, warm, intimate beauty, with hills carpeted in green and lovely puffy white clouds. Oh, it's quite idyllic.
I, for a fact, know that to do this film, you've given up at least 2 or 3 contracts. It's a fact. I know that you were going to do Seasoned Young Vics and few other offers that I know for a fact that you were going to do. What really made you choose this particular film and not these other tempting offers you had?
Well, I had seen Martin and committed myself to doing the film before the other offers came along, and although I hadn't had a formal contract for this film at that time, I had verbally committed myself to doing it, and so I stuck with what I'd committed myself to do, quite apart from the fact that I like Martin a great deal. He's such a warm and enigmatic personality.
Yes, I agree with that, ladies and gentlemen.
And I liked him, and there was an immediate chemistry between us, and I wanted to work with him.
And how could you tell us anything about the experience of the actual making of the film? You feel it's going to add something to your experience, professional experience, your life?
Undoubtedly. I think I've learned a great deal doing it. It's the first time I've done a film, although I've done a lot of filming and a lot of 16mm work. It's the first time I've done a film, and of course doing it in such a place as this with such a good crew and company has been a great pleasure, and I feel I've gained a lot professionally and personally.
And any immediate plans? I mean, I know it sounds cliche, people always ask what are your next plans, but are you planning anything after this film?
Well, I think, no, not immediate plans, but there are the proverbial things in the pipeline. But of course I'm moving into a new flat when I get back, and my mind's really on that. In the next few weeks I'll be fairly heavily involved in that, and then I'll be thinking about doing something else. I need a rest anyway.
Yes. And when you move to your new flat, of course, we hope to come and have a lovely meal with you.
Of course I'll be coming to have a lovely meal.
So it's a pleasure to work with you, and it's a pleasure to talk to you now.
And a pleasure to
see you very soon.
Right.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. You can sit down there if you like. You can still stay with us if you like. Can you... Is it a take now? Well, as promised earlier tonight, I would like to go through all the list of my dear friends on this cast. And the next artist I'll call to talk to me is a very, very, very talented pianist who plays for me many times in many occasions in London, who is a composer, who is so talented. He's an actor. He's a very, very lovable character. He's already developing into character, I might add, because he's very young. Philip Scott. Hello, how are you? All right.
Thanks. All right.
Well.
Okay.
Can I have my... When you're ready, yes? Lovely coffee. Well, Philip, where do I start with you? It's not so easy. You've been a friend of my personal friend for 2, 3 years now. I know you're very sorry about it, but don't have much choice now, I know. What I want to ask you is, first of all, you're very, very young, and I know you're a very, very talented musician. What makes one so talented in one field to be drawn to another? I mean, you want to be a very good actor, which, from the things I've seen on stage, I've seen you do Shakespeare, you're very, very talented. But what makes you drawn to something which is linked and yet so different to music?
Well, the thing is, when I was young, I obviously had a natural talent for music and the piano, so my parents sort of pushed me into it, really. And all along I've wanted to be an actor, but never really sort of had the chance. So now, with having my agent, Lois Brisebois, gave me the chance to sort of broaden my outlook on life, which I've always wanted to do, to be an actor, as well as a musician.
This is something I never realized before.
And I combine both acting and music, which is great, because I love both of them very much.
Yes, because I remember recently I was very privileged to be invited to production Othello. I've seen you in Othello, and I thought you were a very promising young actor. The thing is, do you find it a problem in London for people to have, is it enough work available for people, or do you think once you start, you really never look back?
The acting or the music?
Well, I know music, you'll tell me about it later, but
Well,
about acting, I mean.
the acting is just sort of taking off. I sort of started in January with Othello,
Yes?
and then I did an episode of Shelley and Rumpole of the Bailey, and things are just taking off, really.
So you really consider yourself one of the few lucky ones, really? Yes, very much so. And could you tell us a little bit, how did you come about to do this film? Little detail.
Well, I met Martin.
Donovan, the director.
That's right. I met him about a year and a half ago now for the first time, socially, at Lois's, who you know.
Lois who?
Brisebois.
Lois Brisbane, my wife.
And we chatted, and he said that he thought there might be a small part in the film for me. And here I am.
No, but for fact, I know that originally you people made the director for totally different film. Could you tell me about that?
Well, yes, from what I can gather, Close Enemy was been taking off for quite a long time now.
It's a thriller.
That's right, with Michael Caine or Richard Harris.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's been a few problems with that, so it's been shelved, and this State of Wonder's taken over
For
to
the time
keep
being.
keep
That's
interest.
Now, very quick word, Philip. Could you tell me in a few words, what's this experience of filming and being in this magnificent place called Clahan?
Sorry, what did you say?
How can you tell me about this experience? What kind of time
Oh,
are you having here? In the last
Well,
few weeks?
the countryside is absolutely amazing.
Yes?
The beaches and the people are so nice, and it's just having a fantastic time.
Great. You wish you do it all over again, do you?
Oh yes, no doubt about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Philip Scott.
Thank you.
If you just come round here or sit down there. Ladies and gentlemen, and now I'd like to talk to Tony Meyer. Hey! Yes, get him inside. Hello. That's Tony Meyer. I have so much to talk to you about. Please sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Meyer. Please feel comfortable. I'll take this cushion there. Well, Tony, where do I start? First of all, I must add that Tony Meyer came to our cast to this location just in the last week, is it? My God.
Like 10 days I've been here, yes.
10 days, seems like
Wonderful
yesterday.
10 days.
What kind of 10 days did you have?
I had great 10 days.
Did you work a lot so far? We have to talk into the
No,
microphone.
no, this is about the only filming I've done in the last 2 days.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you find boring the time in between, or you found yourself quite busy?
No, I thought this is... No, there's lots to do here.
Have you ever been to this part of the world?
Nope.
Well, what do you feel?
No, I've been to the north, but I haven't been to West Island, which is very beautiful.
You like it?
Yes.
Now, I was going to ask you, you have another brother who is a wonderful actor called David Meyer.
What do you mean another brother? I've got one
I mean
brother.
one brother, sorry, he's got only one brother. Now, they are what you call in English twins? What kind of
Twin.
Identical, is it?
No, we're fraternal twins. We're
Oh,
not...
I
We're
see.
not
Do you find you spend a lot of time working together? I mean, is it an advantage to, in your particular age group and...
Oh, well,
actors,
once
I
a
mean.
year we do something together, it seems. But we're not always working together by any means.
you work separately?
Oh, yes.
And do you find it fun each time the two of you combine?
Yes,
the
it's
film?
fun now if there's a gap because we come back after a year or whatever. I worked with him on Octopussy, and since then I've done a couple of stage things, and you come back and you've changed a bit, and
Yes.
it's a bit different. So it's always a
I
little
must say, from an outsider,
grow on and whatever, progress, mature, we change. So it's exciting if you come back. If we did lots of things in a row, it'd be very boring, of course.
but it's an unbelievable thing. I realize. I mean, I've met your brother before you, and then met you. You are so different. I mean, you're alike, and yet you are very different. Am I right? Or
This is the man. This is the man who, when I walked in to the to the restaurant and the first time, did the whole number about, oh, David, oh, how are you? Oh, you mean you're not David? This. The most embarrassing
Was it? I'm sorry.
gauche performance I'd ever seen.
Sorry, but you loved it.
And now you say, oh, you're so different. Oh,
But first of all, it was a joke, and I thought you would appreciate it. And secondly, the fact that you remember it counts to me a hell of a lot. And three, I mean, now that I'm getting to know you, I don't think I know you that well, but I think you're.
we could work that out, couldn't we? Yes. Go
Yes.
on. Yeah.
Now, the only really thing I would love to ask you is your experience in this wonderful film I've seen called Octopussy. How long did you work on that film?
State of shock. Wonder.
State of Wonder, yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Octopussy.
Octopussy.
How long did you spend on
You were an octopussy too, weren't
Yes,
you?
thank you. Hi.
Yeah. He was an octopus.
Yes, but I'm not advertising myself now. The public knows that. I'm trying
Ah.
to push you now. And tell me, you spent quite a lot of time in there.
Oh yes, yes. We had a good few weeks as Russian knife throwers.
Did you enjoy that?
Throwing
Was
knives.
it fun? Because I know you
Yes,
did lots
great.
of-
Yes, I was strapped to this board by blonde octopussy girls with sort of thigh things coming, and hair,
It was unbelievable.
and my brother threw knives at me.
I know
It's
for a
great.
fact that not many people recognize him after seeing the film because you wore those very funny
Nobody recognised me at
bouffon,
all.
bouffon, I don't
Nobody.
know how they're called, the black big
The
wig.
premiere, we were walking around, sort of trying to get in front of all the cameras, and
Is it frustrating thing not to be recognized? I mean, after you work so hard, you don't need an artist needs a six
oh,
recognition.
oh yes, no, I don't care about fame or anything like that. No.
With me, it's so different. I keep
I
going
don't-
around.
I don't
telling
mind if
how
people
to
don't
spell my
recognise
name
me,
and- Yes. I think you're a very, very lovable man. Is there anything you'd like to wish anybody? I mean, in this wonderful program.
What
Uh,
is-
I mean, you met Martin Donovan, the wonderful crew, and this place. You'd like to say something, or
No.
nothing? It's such a pleasure to talk to you. I have no idea.
And
we
you, Mike.
dedicate big kiss and love to
Absolutely.
Joanna. It's been
Yes,
wonderful.
Joanna, yes, back
See you
home.
soon.
If you
Well,
ever see this.
Tony Mayer, thank you very much. You can
And-
join us
and-
if you like, Sid, because I'm going to talk to Martin Donovan in a minute.
All right,
if you-
yes, I'll sit over there
Okay,
and cough.
if you just
Yes.
join us. Thank you very much. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen.